Hi Taurus, welcome back to lovefromaleo. My name is Tay and this is my channel and this is your August 2020 tarot reading. So here's your energy here, or your card, your sign. And the focus, so what you can kind of target this month to being credited towards is Gemini. So this could be either where Gemini is placed within your natal chart, whatever house that it is corresponding with within your chart. This could be the house that is being illuminated, or you may see some transformation, some breakthroughs within that house. This could also be saying that Gemini, whoever Gemini is in your life, if you have one in particular, they could be a big focal point of your August, or you may be around them a lot. You may have your mind on them a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what everything has to say. We're going to start off with my different decks that I have here to get the details, the origins of everything, what's actually going to be happening, how you're looking, who's involved. And then at the very end of the tarot reading, we're going to see with my oracle deck here, what was the actual spiritual message, energetic message that you were to learn throughout this August, to kind of get you to understand the bigger picture of why it all happened in the first place. Okay, so the beginning of August is August 1st through the 12th, so we're going to see what's happening with that. Okay, so August 1st to the 12th, we have the Seven of Swords. So I feel like there's going to be conversations about something that brings a certain secret or something to the light. Specifically a conversation, because Gemini is your focal point. The Swords energy is about communication and thoughts, but I think there's going to be an actual conversation about something that comes out that you weren't expecting, something that you did not see coming by any means. Something that could have had something to do with being sick, or something that put you in a vulnerable position with the Strength card. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper. What is it that this is involving? What came out to light? Seven of Wands. I think it's something that you decided to stop fighting for, or you succumbed to whatever this was. Like you kind of weakened yourself, whether it's vibrationally or physically. You gave into something, and I think you learned that this probably wasn't something you should have gave into. Death is here, so this could have been a chapter of something new coming into the picture, something being birthed, but an ending to something. But usually with an ending comes some type of rebirth or transformation, right? I want to see who's involved in this. There could be a Cancer, and there could also be a Pisces, a part of this. So a lot of watery energy. Something you didn't see coming. Very quick. Like a split second, something changed. I feel like this weakened you a little bit, or it put you in a situation where you felt vulnerable. Like, I don't know why I keep saying that, but that's what I feel. Like it was a vulnerable situation for you. You either wanted it to end, or it was a near-death experience. It could have been simply getting sick or something. But I feel like that's what this is involving. Eight of Wands. Like, I wanted to see what was the deeper message behind this, like the darker aspect that you weren't paying attention to. Eight of Wands comes up. So it was like like, I want to say an adventure, or something that taught you something that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. Like an adventure that led to wisdom, enlightenment of some sort, but it was scary, or it was quick, or it was unexpected. Something that caused you to transform and like move a certain way from now on, move away from whatever that situation or that person was, but also have a different mindset on how to carry yourself literally in the future. Okay, wow. Okay, something that I feel like this is something that kind of dismantled how you viewed certain things in life, or maybe life itself. It made you rewire how you value things morally, how you see things, how your perspective of the world, or of something that was systematic that you may have thought was good at one point, but now you see it for what it is. It was like it was ordained for you to go through this, and it was almost like a test of some sort. Okay. The High Priestess. You know what this is. You know what this is. This is something that's very specific to you, Taurus. Daughter of Air. Receiving new thoughts of how to execute something. You're having new plans. I think you have a newfound strength, but it's like a mental strength. This is what I'm saying. I feel like it's something that sharpened your mind, sharpened your sword. Your mentality is stronger. So maybe you're not as naive or something. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Take it how it comes to you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the middle of August. So the middle of August is the 13th through the 20th. We have Ace of Wands in reverse. So I feel like, well, initially when I pulled this card, I felt like backtracking or retracing your steps, but also not putting as much energy into something. So let's go ahead and see what that has to do with the situation. Four of Cups. So I think you're not putting energy into being sad about a situation, or moping about it, or feeling like the world is against you, like just having a negative outlook on something. You're now taking your energy back from that situation. So you're not putting energy into being sad or being negative or low vibrational about whatever that situation is or whatever this is about. Five of Swords. I think you've kind of seen that whatever has happened, there's not much you could have done, because I feel like this is something that happened in the past, but there's not much you could have done to change it. And Five of Swords typically represents, kind of just having to deal with whatever has happened, like take it for what it is type of energy. So you're coming to terms with whatever it could have drained you. And now you're at a more stable and successful part of whatever your journey is at this moment, because this card to me usually means like you have money, you're willing to share, you're willing to splurge, it ain't tricking if you got it. But in this particular context, I feel like this is almost like you receiving knowledge, abundance, prosperity, because of you realizing, what has happened. It is what it is. Like, I'm not sure if these are rewards in like a physical 3D form or if it's like rewards of knowledge. Like, but I do feel like it's some sort of reward coming to you in the middle of August. A well-deserved reward. Like you had to come out of whatever that dark time was for you to realize what really is, and that's where the reward comes in. Whether that's actual money or a gift from someone or just knowledge, Wisdom. The World in reverse. So it's almost like if you were going through some sort of cycle, an endless circle of something in your life, I feel like you figured out how to get out of that, and so you ended a chapter. You broke a curse, so to speak, for lack of better word. You figured out how to, break the curse, or to break this cycle that was just, it kept happening, infinite. You're no longer the fool. You're not naive anymore. You have overstanding of something. So yeah, I think it's more about wisdom, but with wisdom comes other types of rewards. It's kind of like Saturn's energy or Capricorn energy. So with that being said, it's like you have to go through all these trials, these struggles, these really, really tough times being ruled by Saturn. Saturn is about the struggles in time. But it's also about once you learn the reality of things and you learn how to get through these things, you get wisdom, because that's what Saturn is about as well. But you also get some type of reward that is realistic in this world, because Saturn rules the reality of things. So you'll have wisdom and knowledge about how to do something better next time, no matter how difficult it was in the beginning. but you also get some type of like gold or some type of money, or you know, an uprising in status. So I feel like all of this is going together, and this is like a blessing in disguise. Whatever struggle you had went through, it was meant so that you could see the blessing that was to come afterwards. And the sun in reverse is still a beautiful card, and it basically means whatever you are receiving, whatever you are experiencing, you didn't know this is what you wanted, but it came in a way that you wouldn't have expected it, but it still is of value, of importance. So very beautiful. I really think that you have some type of learning that you experienced, like a maturing in some aspects. So let's see how you're showing up in the middle of August. The Hangman, right? So receiving knowledge from the above. Pisces is also about wisdom as well, but this is more of like an intuitive like understanding. So this is like, you know, those moments where you're like, I don't know how I made it out of that, but I did, and it was something outside of me that was protecting me. It's that type of energy, which is why it kind of makes sense that in the beginning of August I was seeing like kind of a darker energy of like near-death experience, or something that makes you see that, you know, God is real, or, you know, whoever you believe in. It's one of those type of moments, or you feel protected by the angels. Or, you know, you're very calm, because I think you are not in shock, but I think you realize, I mean, being calm is kind of in your nature, Taurus, like cool, calm, and collected, but it's more of like a sense of peace within yourself that you are just happy to be able to experience and to feel currently, because of whatever has happened. It kind of showed you that that can be taken away in a second. So yeah, it's like an inner peace. Okay. You have the Eight of Pentacles here. I kind of feel like whatever this lesson was, I think you feel like it taught you how to grow up within yourself, or it also is something that you feel like you're going to teach to people that are younger than you, or people that are your kids, or people in your family. Like, you want to teach this to other people, but I think you learned that it taught yourself how to be more mature, something like that, like a lesson. I'm telling you, it's like a life lesson that you've experienced. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on into the end of August. So the end of August is the 21st through the 30th, and we have the Temperance energy here in reverse. So for some reason, when I see Temperance in reverse, I feel like it's somebody who's like drunk or something, or like tipsy, like someone who's not necessarily as balanced as they would be if they were sober. And it's kind of like they indulged a little too much or something like that. But it's also about unexpectedness, like something sudden, like carelessness, and just not being in alliance as you normally would. So whatever that means for you, like whatever normal is for you, it's something a little outside of that at the end of August. Let's see what's connected to that. Maybe having to wait on something as well. Two of Cups, yeah. So it could have something to do with you wanting to have a certain relationship or connect with someone and it hasn't happened yet. Or it could mean that you're going to stumble upon someone that you end up having a relationship with, but you weren't necessarily prepared for it. Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like this person could be like getting over their own breakups or, you know, faults in life. I feel like there's someone who's not really open to changing how they think about things. Like, they're more set in stone with the way that they see things, the way that they think about things. They are the type of person to take it very slow. And I think they're a little materialistic, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so this could be someone you already know, but I kind of feel like this is someone that you are going to be encountering at the end of August. Let's see what their signs could be. Well, for the Tauruses who are going to be meeting someone new unexpectedly, who are these signs going to be? Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces. Okay, so we did have Aquarius energy pop up already. All right. What's the deeper meaning behind this meeting? So the meaning behind this encounter is the Seven of Swords. So maybe something to teach you about yourself, like a hidden something hidden. But it may be something like, maybe it's a talent or something that you have that you don't know about. The Empress, yeah. So maybe how to grow something, or maybe it's going to show you how you actually are able to care for something other than yourself. Something with growing, or maybe it'll unlock some information about the relationship with your mom, because the Empress does represent like mother connection as well. So I think this is going to teach you something about yourself for sure. Maybe it'll teach you how to value yourself, so that could be like, be careful with that as well. It's going to teach you something nonetheless, but just be very careful. Be very careful. Deception. So you're showing up as, I feel like you're going towards something, or you're pretending that you're not as stable as you are. Or you're showing up as someone who, you have a lot of secrets in your mind, or you have a lot of things you're not expressing or communicating. You're staying like separated, or you're not allowing yourself to completely morph with this energy that's being presented to you. And they're showing up as cruelty. Wow. You could think that they're rude, or you could feel like they are torturing you in some way, or they're going back and forth and not making up their mind, and maybe that makes you feel uncomfortable. Interesting. I kind of feel like this is a situation that is going to spill over into September, and so there's not much I can really see right now for August, at least. Be careful. I feel like there's a little bit of deception here, definitely. Like, someone's not being truly authentic, and I also feel like the connection may not be what you see it as in the beginning. It's like it's something deeper to it. It could be something as simple as somebody using you for your money, or it could be something like someone's pretending that they're dumb when they really are very calculated. Yeah, just be careful, okay, Taurus? So yeah, let's go ahead and see what the message is for your August, the oracle message. The Gemini person is showing up at the end of August. Temptation, yeah. 1 + 5 is 6. Self. But it's also about what are you putting out there, because if you look at the number 6, it is like a pregnant number. So it's like, what are you actually putting into life? What are you bringing about? And so that's why it could be evil. But the temptation energy is about you kind of being tempted by things that probably don't serve you. And when I see temptation, I think of like a test, a challenge, but it's like something that you probably shouldn't be involving yourself in. So I think this month for you is going to be a lot of like trial and error, trying to see like if you should go for it or if you shouldn't. Maybe a lot of questioning yourself, going back and forth, which is where this Gemini energy will come in, right? So it's kind of like, be very careful, be aware, but also be careful of how curious you're being, because curiosity killed the cat type of energy. So if you are doing new things, just make sure you're being safe, and then also like be aware, like try not to be too foggy. With the Temperance energy in reverse, remember I was saying this is kind of the card of like being careless or tipsy or drunk, or and you may hook up with the wrong person or something like that, and they could be demonic. So just be careful spiritually. I feel like you're supposed to protect yourself. I told Virgo that earlier too, so maybe it's something with the earth signs this month. You guys just got to be careful. Well, always be careful, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's the end of this message. Thank you so much for listening to me do your reading. If you would like to have a private reading with me, you can email me lovefromaleo@gmail.com. You can also sign up for my Patreon, where I will do private readings for you every single month on whatever your choice of reading is. And yeah, it's a really good way to have, consistent, like a subscription basically for my services. And you can also add me and follow me on Instagram. I usually post like spiritual things here and there, updating you on the channel, but also just little things that I like to post that maybe I didn't want to post on YouTube. So if you want to be interactive with me on there, definitely check me out there. And with that being said, I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, Taurus.